Namaste. My name is Neelima. Welcome to Reflections Along the Way podcast, where you will be listening to reflections from experiences and learnings along my life's journey. We previously figured out that joy was not coming from the sense objects, and that led us to ask this question as to what is happiness then, and where can it be found? And that was a primary subject of investigation for the ancient spiritual masters. They wanted to figure out what happiness is, and they did thorough investigations on that subject. And they discovered that happiness is a state of mind. They also discovered that when the mind is agitated, we feel sorrow and we feel anxiety. And when the mind is calm and tranquil, we feel joy. So, the tranquility of the mind is what actually brings us happiness. Sometimes this peace of mind comes when we come in contact with the sense objects, but that is very temporary. It doesn't give us lasting satisfaction. Suppose, say, for example, we really love this TV and we ordered it like a few weeks ago, and we are so excited about it, and we wait with each passing day as to when that is going to be delivered, and every day we are waiting for that, and finally that delivery date comes. We receive that TV and we are so excited. We hook that up and we test out the quality of the picture, the sound, everything. We're super excited, and then we share the news with our friends and family, and maybe some of them are not so excited about it, and we feel disappointment that they did not show a lot of excitement after a few days of enjoying that TV. That gratification we felt on day one of receiving the TV, or when we were anticipating the arrival of that TV, is not there anymore after a few days. And the anxieties that were there before we started getting excited about the TV, they return back again, and our mind is in agitated state again. So, and that constantly goes in cycles with one thing or the other. And most of us have not analyzed as to what the nature of happiness is properly, and we continue to believe that the sense objects are the source of the happiness. We all run after the material world, but in vain, right? I mean, we run after it, but we are in the cycles of joys and sorrows. We never figure out how to get to that state of permanent happiness because we are dependent on the world. The spiritual masters of all the times and ages have again and again told us that every human being has this capacity to quieten the mind and to enjoy that real peace or real calmness and tranquility without having to depend on anything else, any object or anything in the world. And that capacity lies dormant in all of us, in every one of us. The scriptures explain this truth to us, and they help in giving us a roadmap as to how to awaken this dormant faculty within us, where we can learn how to quieten the mind, how the art of quietening the mind. Once we learn that, then we're no longer dependent on the objects of the world for our peace and happiness. At that point, we would have learned the real joy of living. We'll be established in that permanent happiness. We would be independent of our environment and the world around us. Happiness is represented in the form of an equation. So the equation is happiness equals number of desires fulfilled divided by number of desires entertained. So basically, the happiness would be increased if the numerator is increasing or the denominator is decreasing, which essentially means that we would have to increase the number of desires fulfilled or decrease the number of desires entertained. But fulfilling our desires generally causes more desires to spring up. It's a never-ending list of desires. For example, if we just buy a new home, then we want to buy nice furniture to fill up the home. Then we may want new carpet, and maybe then we want a deck, and then maybe we want to paint the deck. I mean, it goes on and on and on. So, as the number of desires increases, the denominator naturally increases, resulting in reduced happiness, because we are entertaining all those desires to fulfill the desires, right? So, the happiness decreases. So, the best way to work on this is to decrease the number of desires entertained to be established in permanent happiness. And this can be done by directing our thoughts to a higher ideal of principle. Thank you for listening to today's reflections. If you would like to connect with me, please visit bluishmuse.com. Until next time, namaste.